Good day, good people. Once again, you've got the grumpy old nerds in your ear. As always, I'm your Uncle John, your elder who spent way too much time in his youth in front of TV screens, movie screens, and comic books. So I am functionally socially illiterate. And as always, I bring my friends with me. Up top is Uncle Percy. Hi, Uncle Percy.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, okay. Next up is Auntie Nicole. What's up, Auntie Nicole?
Hello, everyone. As you can see, I'm ready for Halloween almost a whole 2 months early, but
I was about to say, baby, it's September. You
we ready.
you
We
looking at
ready.
Halloween already? Okay. After that is Uncle Rod. What's good, sir?
What's good, good people?
And as always, our special guest, Mr. Tony Cade. Uncle Tony, how are you feeling today?
I'm doing fine. How you guys doing?
We are magnificent as always. During our break, wow, I just jumped right into that shit, didn't I? During our break, a lot of stuff came out and premiered that we want to talk about. First up, to Uncle Percy's Eternal Pleasure, Season 2 of Peacemaker. Okay, and Uncle Percy, I know you waited with bated breath for Peacemaker to come out. Have you been able to, what's up, Alton? Have you been able to digest any of the new season yet?
Yes, I tried to watch Peacemaker. Oh my God, it's a terrible ass show. I'm sorry.
It's so terrible it made you want to throw up.
Oh my gosh.
So Uncle Percy, what is your problem with Peacemaker, if you don't mind me asking?
I think it's the whole thing from the Suicide Squad. I think I just hate him as a character when he killed off Flag. So from day one, and then it's just bullshit. I'm like, the first episode, he's all depressed. He wants to be a hero so bad.
Right.
This nigga don't need to be no goddamn hero. He ain't no damn hero. He's a fuck up. He's white trash. I'm sorry.
Damn.
I mean, right. No one is denying that. Peacemaker, Chris Smith, the character Chris Smith, is white trash. He comes from a racist background. He killed his brother. He ends up killing his father. Spoilers ahead. Just
by mistake, he kills his brother. He kills his brother accidentally.
Well, at the goading of his father. So he comes from some trash. So
of course, in the first episode, just like in Doctor Who, niggas start crying. I'm like, God damn, I had to cut this shit off when he started crying. Like, why is this nigga crying?
So you just want to hide your emotions, is what you're saying.
Why are you crying? Why are you crying? You're supposed to be this hero. You mad because what's it called? The Justice Friends or the Justice Gang? The Justice Gang
from Superman. Yeah.
Just basically just said you a fuck up, so we don't want you. We're just wasting our time. So there you go. Then you find the other dimension door, and then you walk in, and then you see your father. You freak out. Then you get high, go back in there, and then you start fucking crying. Oh, I missed you, brother, daddy.
Wouldn't you cry if you had killed your brother when you all were kids and you actually
hell no? Because first I'd be like, what the hell is going on here?
Okay. Because Uncle Percy is a hard motherfucker. Okay.
You know what I had questions about?
Oh, here we go. Yes.
I had questions about where those people came from for the orgy.
Oh yeah,
he did call a lot of motherfuckers. There was a lot of naked ass.
Yeah, they just kind of showed up.
Yeah, Alton, absolutely.
He took a hit from the bong, ripped a couple of lines of cocaine, and then they just showed up.
And then suddenly there's dick and ass everywhere.
Right. I was like, yo, what happened? I was like, yo, is that part of like the interdimensional thing?
So that's a good point. But
can I finish?
Let me, because I want to back up, but go ahead first. Go ahead.
So in 2 and 3 about the whole dimension bullshit, because I'm like, okay, you got this dimension, you see on the other side you a big time hero and shit, and I'm sitting there like, okay, so just leave, just fucking leave, just go to the other dimension, call it a day, just deal with it. And then they coming after the goddamn eagle, which I don't understand why, but I guess you guys can explain that to me. You know,
that eagle tore up a whole strike team by itself.
Yeah. So I'm just like, whatever.
Okay, so can I rewind it a little bit now?
Sure.
So part of the charm of the first season of Peacemaker was the opening credits, where you've got the whole cast dancing and dancing to "Do You Want to Taste It" by this group called Wig Wham or whatever the name is. I thought that was actually the best part of the fucking show was the opening credits where they do all this dance and shit with ridiculous ass songs. I was sorely disappointed when they changed the song. I don't even know the name of the song or the group, and I don't give a fuck that they changed that. But I think part of the allure is the absurdity of watching all these characters with straight faces dancing to this really goofy ass music. So that turned me off a little bit on that first episode. But then we get to the meat of it. And actually James Gunn has gone on record saying that this is supposed to kind of course correct the DCU in terms of how they want the soft reboot, because initially Peacemaker was part of Zack Snyder's. That is clearly a right. This is supposed to kind of course correct what Zack Snyder did with the DCEU into the DCU. And during the beginning credits, when they're going over what happened last season, there's a portion of the first season at the last episode where the Justice League shows up. And what they did was they reshot it and took out Batman and Wonder Woman, Flash, and Aquaman, and replaced it with Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, and Supergirl. And it was just like, yeah, fuck it.
And Martian. Martian was there too.
Okay. But James Gunn basically said, fuck it. We're that didn't exist. Pretend that didn't happen, and we're just going to keep rolling forward. Okay. I think that Peacemaker, like you said, Percy, is white hot trash, right? But this series is supposed to kind of give us his character arc into becoming a hero, because as Adebayo said, they saved the world, and he goes in for an interview with the Justice Gang, and they literally are throwing dick jokes at him. Okay. And don't recognize that he can hear and are talking about it there. So I find, yes, James Gunn is kind of heavy-handed with trying to give us that, irreverence and humor and shit. Yes, James Gunn, calm down. We get it. He's a joke. He's trying to become a hero. But I still enjoy the path that we're going with this character because he is white trash and because he's trying to become a better person. And I'm fully vested in this whole multi-dimensional thing. Can't watch it, hate Cena. Well, you're a wrestling fan.
Damn,
you're a wrestling fan, Mario. So I
understand. Don't he wrestle this weekend?
He does.
And that's something else. This motherfucker, how many jobs does he have? Because he's supposed to be wrestling. I'm like, God damn, isn't he somewhere filming a movie?
He's wrestling this weekend at WrestlePalooza, going up against Brock Lesnar. But this was done. I'm thinking this was in the can before he even came back to the WWE.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, yeah. And then after, he's got like 6 more appearances in WWE, and then that's it.
Really? So it's like well known that he's got, I thought he was retired. Right. Yeah. I thought he gave that.
He got 6 more, and he's done. As an in-ring performer, he's done.
Well, The Rock does that shit too, where he comes back and does some things. Is there a time limit on his ass? Or?
No, the last time he wrestled was 2 WrestleManias ago.
Okay.
He was in a tag match, but since then he hasn't been in the ring. He's showing up, he's made appearances, but he hasn't wrestled, competed.
I would think if I'm a movie star, I ain't doing that wrestling shit though.
Some people want to do both. Well, I mean, The Rock is clearly more a Hollywood guy than a wrestler at this point.
Right.
Cena is getting there. He's practically there himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's me. Yeah. Okay. So Rod and Nicole, have you all had a chance to watch? What is your opinion on the show?
I don't watch.
Go ahead, Nicole.
I
Nicole said, "Fuck it, I'm not even giving it a chance."
I don't even watch it. There's so many other things to watch.
Damn. Nicole said, fuck Peacemaker.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, and Rod, you said fuck it, you ain't watching it either.
No, I've seen it.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that it picks up obviously right where it leaves off. I think that the way James Gunn writes, I
Mhm.
like his writing, but like
Mhm.
as you said before, he's really heavy-handed on the irreverence.
Yes.
But he is spot on, I think, in showing the emotion, especially of guilt, and,
Mhm.
and the whole thing about him being down and out, and people like that whole team has gone through things, and that whole team is kind of in a bad spot, as we start season 2, and
Right.
I think he does a really good job of conveying that.
Okay. Yeah. I just and I could see how, and to Percy's point, I could see how he's torn between staying with his friend or going and just saying fuck it and going to the new dimension where everyone loves him. Now, of course, we're going to figure out eventually that the new dimension is evil some kind of way. He is whatever he's trying to fight for, respectability in his home dimension. He goes to that dimension and it's going to be fucked up. But I mean,
I can't say what I want to say about it. I'm gonna hold off till the next time down the line when we discuss it.
yeah, I know, I know. There's been a lot of speculation online where that new dimension actually is, and I'm I'm with you on that. I know
Yeah,
where it's
So have you watched this last episode?
I haven't seen the latest one.
the
No,
one that came out
I'm
today.
I'm one
Yeah.
behind. Yeah.
I haven't seen the one today.
Okay, well, I won't say anything.
Okay, but the episode of last week, yeah, that kind of confirms everything that you trying not to say, Rob. So okay, well, another series that actually is coming to a close, and that has been fucking amazing is Alien Earth. This takes the mythos of the Alien franchise and gives us like a kick in the ass with it. I love the show. Has anyone else had an opportunity to watch Alien Earth?
I saw the
I
first
have.
episode. I haven't followed throughout the season, but I will say that they're definitely giving this show a budget because they are like, when I mean budget, I mean like a large one, because this is not like some, like B movie type of, what I'm saying, like sideshow or
Mhm.
stuff. They are actually giving it movie quality type of scenery and things. So I'm actually impressed with it. I still have to finish it, but I'm actually impressed with it.
So the first episode for me was like a perfect integration of the first Alien
Yeah.
film.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yep.
down to the control room where Mother is, and
Mm-hmm.
just the characters and everything. It's like fucking. I'm waiting for Yaphet Kato to come through the door. Be
Absolutely.
like, yeah, let's
Honestly,
put this shit
that
down.
was the first thing I thought of when I saw them when they finally came up out of their little sleep or what have
Mhm,
you, and they
mhm.
was getting their coffee and everything, and I saw the brother sitting there, and I was like, at first I was like, is they trying to do that? I was like,
Yeah,
I
look
said,
twice, right?
I was like,
We
okay,
all don't look the same, Nicole.
okay. Shut up. But but
I'm
yeah,
thinking
it's like it's impressive. It's actually
they might have
impressive.
done that on
So,
purpose.
but that's what I'm
Get the
saying.
guy
It's
to
like
kind of
I
look
had
like
to.
him.
Yes.
I was like, because I thought maybe more like I was like, are they trying to reinvent that whole scene from when they all woke up, and everything? And then I was like, okay, so they are a little bit different, the characters and such. But I
Well,
like the fact that the scenery and everything is actually on point. That's one of the things that I really enjoy about it.
the head writer and showrunner Noah Hawley, I believe is his name.
Hmm.
He is. I will watch anything that he writes. He did the TV series Fargo. He's done a couple other things, and his shit, when that motherfucker cooks like for real. He
Mhm.
can he'll have you on a fucking string. This is how good this series is. A couple of the episodes are purely there for exposition. We get it. There's hardly any action, but the shit is still intriguing. He's given us a couple of new monsters, a couple of new aliens that are nasty and funky and scary as fuck. He's given us, haven't seen that, but Resident Alien just said that was a great and hilarious show. Yes, it was, Mario, and thank you for giving us that interlude. So, so he's just expanded this universe, and within the constraints of this TV show taking place before the first Alien film, and I'm still
Mhm.
waiting how they're going to tie all this shit together.
Mhm.
But he's done a really great job of going somewhere with it and pulling it in. That having the spaceship crash into that city and the 5 businesses that basically run the world and how they're jockeying for position and how the alien comes across. First and foremost, it's spectacular. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rod. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I love it. I love what I've seen so far. I haven't caught up with that either. And a couple of other friends of mine are watching it, and they've gone all the way. They've seen all the episodes, so they're kind of waiting for me to before they discuss certain things. And I'm like, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get that promise. There's so much other stuff I've been watching, but I like what I've seen so far. And like you said, it's a perfect blend of what we've seen so far out of the Alien franchise. And I think that I was sitting here thinking about it as you were describing what happened, and then I remember those scenes, and I was like, wow, you know what? This actually can cross over into another genre right now, and that is cyberpunk, because it's you know it's in the future. You got the futuristic city, and you have people using technology different ways. So it's almost in the frame of Altered Carbon and other kind of cyberpunk type genre stuff as well. So, Alien seems to be crossing over. It's been an action film, it's been a horror film, and now we got a little bit of cyberpunk thrown in there.
I was going to say that the first Alien with this horror aspect and the second Alien with this action aspect, if they were to marry and have children, this series would be that child. Because and James Cameron, when he came out with Aliens, the sequel to Alien, he took it and flipped it on his head, because the first Alien was strictly horror. There wasn't no action about that shit. That was a horror film, a futuristic horror film. And then he came along and Terminated that motherfucker. So, and made Ripley like an action star. Okay, cool. So now you've got this meshing of the two genres. And as I said, he does it seamlessly. And I didn't really think about it until you mentioned it, but the whole cyberpunk aspect, you've got a group of people whose consciousness has been transferred into
synthetic bodies.
A synthetic body.
Yep.
You've also got the cyborg, which is part human and part machine. I don't know that much about cyberpunk. I'm not that into that genre, but I'm guessing that's where you're going with that.
Yeah, that and the aesthetic with the city, and the fact that corporations run the world and not governments.
Okay,
that's a huge thing in cyberpunk.
Okay, and corporations have their own armies too,
right?
Which is hilarious. I'm like, okay, but again, I'm not sure how all of this is going to tie into what we know from the Alien franchise. Like, because as an example, in Aliens, they sent the Marines to that planet, right?
Right.
That's the government.
To the colony, LV-426.
Right. So how does the 5 companies? He sounds so sweet when he says, "Thank you, sir. I appreciate that." Just for you one time, Mario. Okay, so how does the government fit into the sending the troops when Boy Cavalier and Prodigy pretty much is controlling that? You know what I'm saying?
The corporations control the government, so that's why they had the government send Marines in.
Okay. I got you. All right, that makes sense. All right.
Because they were thinking they knew what was on that. They knew what was on that planet.
Okay.
Right. So they said, okay, well, we'll send Marines, because Marines can rescue people, but Marines can also shoot things if they try to eat their face.
So wait, and those face huggers will forever creep me the fuck out.
It's very phallic.
It's very what, Nicole?
Phallic.
What you say?
There we go.
Very phallic. Think about it, man. You got this thing that looks like a.
Hey! Don't look me in my eye when you say that.
You got this thing that looks like a
big old dick. Yeah.
Well,
that. In your mouth.
But we're talking about when the face hugger is coming at you.
Right.
That looks like the woman part. Right.
It looks like a cooch. But then out of the cooch comes dick.
Then it comes down. Right. So everything about it is phallic.
Yes. That's cool. That makes exactly
movie.
That is exactly right. So yeah. So I mean, it's the perfect blend and everything about it. And that eye monster is like just what the fuck. So if you've seen episode 7, you know where I'm going with this when I say that eye monster, that has to be even more scary than the xenomorphs, to be honest.
Oh, damn.
Because
The eye
that
monster?
yes, because it's calculated and it knows what it's doing. So you haven't seen episode 7 yet.
No, I haven't.
When you see episode 7 and what Boy Cavalier's dumbass is about to do, you're gonna be like, he's about to fuck us all up.
Oh boy.
Okay. I'm not surprised.
Yeah. I mean, and I can't wait for the ultimate confrontation between, is his name Kirsch and Morrow, who is a Yafiketo lookalike, because it's two very calculating soldiers who clearly have their agendas, and they're about to. That's going to be one of the clashes that I look forward to seeing. Not to mention the Xenomorphs killing it.
Got you.
Because there's no way nobody leaves this island alive.
Oh no. I'm expecting maybe 1 or 2 survivors at the most, to be honest with you.
Yeah, mass carnage, mass carnage, scorched earth. Everybody's gonna die. And I also am wondering, again, spoilers, where Wendy or Marcy, whatever you want to call her, how she's able to communicate with the xenomorphs. Like, where is that even coming from?
Yeah. Yeah. For real.
Rather like whatever you say, motherfucker.
No, because they had something about that in one other Alien film. I think it was Resurrection, maybe.
Where they could communicate?
Well, Ripley could sit there and is that the one where she was giving birth to the thing? Yeah. And apparently because it was partially her, you know what I'm saying? That's why she was able to understand.
That's right.
What they were thinking.
That's right.
Right. And that was rewritten by Joss Whedon, so we don't count that. Okay.
Is that what we're doing now?
And I'm a Joss Whedon fan.
I don't think anybody counts anything after 2.
After Aliens?
After Aliens.
Yeah, there's nothing after Aliens. Right. And Aliens is easily one of my top 5 movies of all time.
Yes.
I'm a
absolutely
fan.
I agree.
Yes. Okay, so let's look at that a little bit. So you're talking about a long list of films. Alien being the first. Alien being the first, which is going to be in your top 5 or 6 of Alien films. The first film has to be in the top 5 somewhere, right? Because it was the one that originated it. Aliens has to be
number 1.
1 or 2, or at the very least 2. No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just giving the audience leeway.
Like, I can't wait to hear what you say is number 1.
No, I agree. Aliens should be number 1 for me. But I'm like I said, I'm giving leeway in the whole span of Alien films. Percy, would you put Aliens as the first in that particular franchise?
I don't know. I'm totally lost. I got lost after Prometheus, so I don't know what the fuck.
Okay. But you saw Aliens.
Yes, I did.
And you enjoyed it.
Very much.
Okay. So I will speak for Percy. He named it number 1. Rod, for you, Aliens number 1, or is there another one that you?
No, Aliens is 1, and Alien, the first one, is 2.
That's where I am with that.
3, 4, 5. No, I think Alien Resurrection is in there. Alien 3 is definitely not.
So you put Alien Resurrection above Alien 3?
Yeah.
That was the one where she went to the
prison planet.
The prison
planet was
yeah.
And and she killed herself in it.
Yeah, the one with Gary Burden, and it was awful. That was terrible.
Yeah.
With Winona Ryder, that was awful.
No, that's Alien Resurrection.
That's Resurrection.
Yeah.
No, wait, which one? No, well.
So there's one. There's the Alien 3 where she's on the prison planet with all the men, right?
Okay.
And then there's Alien Resurrection where she's resurrected.
That's right. That came afterwards. That's right.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Okay. And with Gary Dourdan and
right.
Yeah, Dourdan.
Yeah, Dourdan, tomato. Okay.
Right.
Still a crackhead. So, okay. So, Nicole, in your list of alien films, which one would be first?
Now, because I am a horror junkie, I'm not gonna lie. The first one is the first. That
See,
is mine.
Tony, I told you.
Okay, that makes
I
sense.
told you.
And that just is the first, and then Aliens
Okay.
would go in there.
Okay,
then
we got to go to debate here. All right, as she said, she is a horror fan, so she is picking Aliens as her favorite as a fan. But as an overall movie, Alien cannot even come close to standing up to Aliens.
Damn.
And as far as I'm concerned, the rest of them are crap until you get to the second Alien versus Predator movie.
trying to think. Hold on.
Okay.
That's not the one with Sanaa Lathan, right?
That's the first one.
That's the first one. Okay.
Yeah, that's another one I try to forget.
So what about
You're going to take two R-rated properties, put them together, and crank out a movie that's PG-13. It makes no sense whatsoever.
Right.
That's very true. That's very true. So what about Prometheus and Carnivorous? That's not the name of it. What's the other one? Prometheus and what? Covenant. Thank you.
Covenant, yeah.
Covenant.
So what about those two? Where do you all put those two?
I guess I kind of like the Prometheus because I like an origin story.
Okay.
In a way, I kind of like that. Now the other one,
Covenant
know.
kind of pissed me off, actually.
yeah, I don't think I really cared for that. I mean, I can't say I didn't care for it, but I don't know if I'd put that over that.
Covenant. Why did Covenant piss you off?
Because I was like, so is every synthetic like crazy?
Yeah, right.
Is every synthetic a psychopath?
Because that's
Or
one with Idris
psychotic?
Elba in it, right?
But actually, that's true, Rod. Because even in Aliens, that particular one was a kind of going off the deep end.
Well, the very original, he
No.
was.
This wasn't
Yeah,
a
the very
psycho.
original one was not.
The only one that didn't have a psychosynthetic was Alien Resurrection, because Winona Ryder actually was trying to help.
Right.
But
But
yeah,
Bishop
after
and
that-
Aliens,
Oh yeah. What's it? Bishop.
yeah.
Bishop was trying to, leave her alone, you bitch. Yeah, Bishop was trying to help. Okay. So you're right. No, so Rod, not every synthetic. That was very racist of you. Not every synthetic. Is a
No, I was saying, why did it seem like I understand why I can understand why humans did not trust them. I can understand that, right? But why did it seem like every synthetic had like this thing like, hey, if they're aliens, we gotta help them. Like it's like they have this directive built into
Because
them.
they was built by Wayland Yutani. Remember, that was their
I do remember
directive to begin
Right.
with. They
Right.
even in the first one, they sent them out there to do a rescue mission when all along they wanted the alien. That's what they wanted back. And remember, Bishop, what's his name, tried to kill Ripley by trying to stick
So-
a magazine down her throat. But you know what I'm saying? It's just
Another phallic symbol.
Okay, so
Everybody trying to stick something down their mouth.
so every synthetic.
Pause.
So what you're saying is every synthetic is hard coded so that when they meet
Yes,
xenomorphs,
I
they have to
think
try
so.
to preserve.
I honestly think so. I think the one with Winona Ryder
Oh,
in it or
shit.
something.
Uh-huh.
I think there's something that maybe was off, maybe with her or so on. Because remember, even in the other one where Bishop was his name was Nice, I think they had to literally rearrange themselves or something like that. But I think they're all coded with Wayland Yutani's #1 directive, which was bringing back one of those things.
That's a pretty insightful take, Auntie Nicole. Shit.
I mean, just I don't know.
I hadn't thought about it because
Yeah.
in Covenant, David,
Yes, he was psycho.
Yeah.
He was a freaking psycho.
Yeah.
I
No,
was
that Auntie Nicole. Wow. That actually makes a lot of sense. Okay. Maybe they'll touch on that in the series coming up. So okay. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and take a break. And when we return, we will have Uncle Tony's Corner, where he will regale us with many different whatever. You know what? Every time I say that I'm about to throw to Tony, he always shakes his head like he doesn't know what's coming. Man, that's why we got you on the damn show.
Just to talk about comics, man. You got Rod there for that.
Damn, you about to talk yourself out of a job. Anyway, after these messages, we'll be right back.
Do you want this? I said, do you want this? If you want to transcend the game, you have to dig deep. Your mind and your body have to be in sync. Talent is how hard you're willing to work. No days off. No sleep. We grind. I'm never good enough. I'm never good enough. That's how great people think. So you're gonna have to ask yourself, what am I willing to sacrifice? This ain't a fucking game, man. This is everything. Do you want this? What are you willing to sacrifice? You fucking say it! Say it! Say it! Everything! And show me.
And we're back. Once again, it's the Grumpy Old Nerds. I'm Uncle John. Next to me is Uncle Percy. Next to him is Uncle Rod. Under him is Auntie Nicole. And next to her is Uncle Tony. Uncle Tony. You know what, Uncle Tony? I have a question for you. Since, I just don't want to use you for comic book knowledge. In the grand scope of things between Marvel and DC, who do you see as overtaking whom? We know Marvel has been pretty much king of the heat for a while now. Is that still the case, or is DC creeping up from behind? Somebody hit the pause button.
Pause.
Thank you.
Pause.
All right. At this moment, which has been like, I guess pretty much like the last year, I have to say my subscriptions here in the shop of Marvel titles has gone down, even including X-Men and Avengers, where over on the DC side, the numbers are just going up. The Absolute series have been like a total blast. People are, coming in to DC because they're doing something new. It's grabbing people's attention. And now they want to see, if they can do the same thing with the regular series. And, that's pretty much what's going on.
Go ahead.
I'm going to jump real quick, to point out and stuff. Like I said, I am more than happy to come here and talk about comic books. But, as I told the people at Dragon Con, I don't mind coming in and moderating panels, but you got to use me more than just put me on the diversity panels. Yes, we know I'm black.
I was about to say, you're not here for diversity.
I'm just throwing it out there how Dragon Con was, It's like I need to be able to do more than diversity. So they finally, went and moved me over to the, the comics, panels and stuff like that, and I got to moderate. So, just don't pigeonhole me. I'm multi-talented.
Okay.
But getting back to comics, this Saturday at your local comic shops is Batman Day. All right, on Batman Day, for those of you who didn't already get copies, they've got these special Batman Day Absolute Batman #1s for you guys to be able to go and pick up at your local comic shop. And unlike the originals, these are only $2.99. So it's not going to hurt your pocket to get in and start reading this series because it's awesome. I literally got in like 8 trade paperbacks of the first storyline. They're all sold out, and I'm waiting for the reorders to get in here. So this absolute Batman is the perfect thing to go ahead and get you into the absolute universe. And Batman is good, but it's not even necessarily the best title in the series. A
Hey,
lot of
Tony.
people would say both Wonder Woman and Martian Manhunter are actually better stories. Yeah.
Hey, Tony, this week, isn't this the beginning of the Marvel DC crossovers?
The Marvel DC crossovers?
Yeah, because Batman and Deadpool is supposed to be coming out, right?
You mean this right here?
Yeah, that one with the
Yes,
like eight or 12 different variants.
Yes. And we have them all at Challenges Games and Comics. All right. So yes, this is out. The number one ever came out this week.
Okay.
All right. But getting back to the other thing I was talking about for Batman, also your local comic shops have free Batman books that they're going to be giving out for Batman Day this Saturday.
Okay.
So get to your local shop and grab yourself those freebies.
Are they reprints? Reprints year one? And something else, right?
I don't know. I just bought them. I didn't pay any attention.
Okay.
Okay.
No, like I said, man, I got so much stuff going on. Also this weekend, besides Batman Day on Saturday, I got the pre-release for the new Magic the Gathering set, which is spotlighting Spider-Man. So if you're a Spider-Man fan, get to your gaming store and get you some Magic the Gathering cards featuring Spider-Man and the whole
Oh,
Spider.
they're really branching out.
Oh yeah, like I
Because
said.
the one before that was Final Fantasy.
Oh yes, Final Fantasy was awesome. I have never spent or made so much money off of one product release. All right, the Final Fantasy people, where they got 16 releases, they all showed up, and they basically got cards representing all 16 releases of Final Fantasy.
Oh, shit.
So that was like really good.
Okay.
Okay, and then let's see. Well, I got John's interest peaked, and I'm thinking about him. Local comic shop day is coming up on the 27th. And we've got these ash cans for the book that he was talking about he wanted to read.
DCKO.
DCKO. And like I said, I've already digitally read the first issue, and it is awesome. I actually to be in a podcast seminar with the guys who wrote it. So it would definitely pull you in with that very first issue. So if you don't have this on your subscription service, you definitely want to get it in here. And if you want to get the ash can, again, DC knows how to like pull you in. They've got it for just $1.99.
Nice.
Let's see. What else can we talk about here? Okay. Well, we already talked about, new Batman #1 came out last week.
Who's writing that?
It's the great Matt Fraction.
Okay. I'm a fan of his.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot
Matt
of people.
Fraction writes some good stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, he does. All right. You guys know how much I've been talking about Imperial and how much everybody should be reading it.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
To add to it, they've got the Imperial Exiles with Charles Xavier and Liliandra. Imperial War with Black Panther. And Imperial War with Nova Centurion are books that are already out. They're also going to be releasing books featuring the Hulk and I just want to brand that. They have books featuring the Hulk and She-Hulk. Matter of fact, the She-Hulk one is called Planet She-Hulk.
Okay.
Of course. Yeah.
All right, let's see. For you Marvel Zombie fans, they just released a new Red Band Marvel Zombies book.
Because that series is coming out
adult
soon.
series,
It
Red
is.
Band, it's sealed. So, if you got a problem with extreme violence, don't get it. If you want extreme violence,
Oh, it's Red Band because it's violence? I thought it was
Right,
something
because
else.
Red Band
explicit
trailers are like,
content.
the Red Band
Explicit
trailer is
content.
kind of wild.
I thought we see some of the invisible girl.
Also, of course, perfectly fitting with the whole Red Band release, is a new Punisher release.
But of course,
Explicit content.
So what's going on with all these red band titles? Marvel's just like, man, we losing sales. Let's put some blood and guts out there so people
There
will
you
come
go.
watch this shit.
Well, here's the thing about it stuff. It's like, and I get that from like so many customers.
Mhm.
People want to be grabbed with the very first issue of something, or even a
Right.
TV show. They don't like it where it's like a slow burn and it gets good, which is kind of weird that, you know, Jonathan Hickman is, you know, as popular as he is, because basically everything he does is a slow burn.
yeah, I was gonna say he's the king of that.
He's the king of that, but people know that it's going to pay off, so they're willing to give him a chance because they're following him.
Okay,
But
that,
for
I
most
guess that
comic
makes sense.
reasons,
Yeah.
they want like something shock jock to happen in the very first issue for them to keep picking up the book. You know, it's almost like, you know, everybody wants that immediate gratification right
Wow.
off the bat with the first book.
Hey, real quick question. As we're talking about these writers, where's Brian Michael Bendis right now? What is he writing?
He was over there writing that Superman, but nobody really got into it. I'm not sure what he's writing right now. Do you know,
Yeah, I
Rob?
don't think he's doing anything. I don't think he's doing anything right now
Because he was the shit for a long time.
for a long time.
Until
I
he went
first,
to DC.
I first got on with him with New Avengers.
Right. And Ultimate Spider-Man, the first
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
incarnation of Ultimate Spider-Man. Okay. And I didn't like him then.
You didn't like him in Ultimate Spider-Man?
Okay. So here's the thing. Ultimate Spider-Man was a solid book. I'm talking about the first incarnation that Brian Michael Bendis wrote. It was a solid book. But at the end of the day, I had a problem with some of his dialogue. Excuse me. Because what he would tend to do is he would have a character repeat themselves. And it wasn't a particular tick for one character. Every character, at least one time, would repeat themselves. I wish I had one of his books in here with me, and I would show you, and it got on my last fucking nerves. It would be like, so you're going to school today? Yes, I'm going to school today. Well, are you sure you're going to school today? Yeah, I think I'm going to school today. Well, are you going to school? Like that shit. And it would go for like a full fucking page. I'm like, hey, man, now you're just trying to fill some space. You know what I'm saying?
I just checked. Says he's working on the adult animated version of the Legion of Superheroes right now.
There's going to be
That is in development. It's in
There's going to be
development. Yeah.
So that's titties and ass.
It's HBO Max.
Yeah.
That's going to be titties and ass.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You sure it's not coming on Showtime after dark?
Cinemax.
Right.
Oh, man.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious. He was. You couldn't throw a comic book 2 feet without his name being mentioned somewhere.
Right.
And it just like with Matt Faction and all these other people being mentioned, I hadn't heard his name in a while. It's like Rob Liefeld. Rob Liefeld, you couldn't go anywhere without his ugly ass characters, and then he just fell the fuck off.
With no feet having character.
I still don't. Everybody had a fucking pouch. I still don't know why people found that shit entertaining. And Rob Liefeld, I mean this disrespectfully, you suck. So.
Everybody like how he does the side view of the chest, and you know.
And look, every character had double D's. If you turn to the side, everybody titties out here and no feet.
Oh goodness.
Which is hilarious because he actually put together some, and I hate to use this word, but iconic covers. Like his Spider-Man, that one Spider-Man cover is pretty iconic, where it's Spider-Man with all the webs and spiders. There's a Spawn cover that's really popular. There's a Hulk cover the Wolverine Hulk cover, where Wolverine's claws pop out and you see the reflection of the Hulk.
That's was that Liefeld? I thought that was
It was somebody else, but then Liefeld copied it.
Oh, okay.
And that's what made it popular. Is that
because that was McFarlane. I think that was Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
And the Spider-Man you were talking about before with all that webs, that was McFarlane.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
So he didn't have iconic covers and he sucked. So I was right.
Well, the New Mutants cover with the first appearance of Deadpool.
Where
That's an
Deadpool had
iconic
titties,
cover.
had a whole bunch of pouches, and no feet.
No feet. Well, nah, actually I think they were feet. They just look weird.
I mean, his feet look like fucking cinder blocks. Okay, enough about him. Okay, so I'm sorry, Tony. I didn't mean to cut you off. Please continue.
Well, we actually had 2 more books and stuff. These are for the Star Wars fans, and actually for those that have enough sense to be fans of Rodney Barnes.
I think he's out there throwing shade.
It's hard.
What if we don't? What if we don't want to be fans of Rodney Barnes?
If you don't want to be a fan of Rodney Barnes, you're missing some really good writing.
Okay.
Google Rodney Barnes.
Yes, sir.
I'm not gonna even tell you. I'm gonna make you do the work.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
And then we've got Star Wars Boba Fett, Black and White and Red. I actually haven't had a chance to read it yet. I'm not sure it's gonna be any good either, because it's written by some guy with the name of a Percy. So
Damn.
Wow.
Wow.
But we got that new book. So those are like the 2 Star Wars releases for the last 2 weeks.
Okay, cool. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Actually, I wanted to talk about, and I apologize, Tony, for not asking you to do this before, but there's a TV series out called The Comic Shop on YouTube. And I don't know, have you had a chance to look at it at all?
Oh, after I found out you guys were going to be talking about it, luckily the episode was only 15 minutes. So I went ahead and watched all 3 episodes right before going on air.
Okay,
So it is thoroughly fresh in my mind.
Okay. So what is your opinion of being, the Black Comic Shop owner? What is your opinion of that show? Damn.
Do I have to
You glitched Tony. You glitched like a motherfucker. He thought about it. He was like,
all right. I'm an independent creator. So as long as the show is on, I would actually like to be able to send in some of my books and have them placed on the shelves and get a little screen time. Okay.
So having said that.
All right. But like I said, I've been doing this now, for 30 years. Okay. I know what it's like actually just being in business for just a couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But I also started in situations where my rent was really good and really easy.
Mm-hmm.
There is no way in the world that store would survive in that strip mall with the amount of customers and sales that they have. Not even talking about the product selection. Okay. It would not work any way, shape, or form. All right. Second of all, I like the actors. The actors are great. I think they need to bring in some new writers. Because, like I said, the actors are showing their talent.
Well,
we lost. Damn.
We lost him. He got stuck.
So let me say this. This is a clear case of.
He's back.
Okay, Tony, we lost you for a minute.
What's the last thing you heard? Negative.
New writers. They get new writers.
I think that the actors, it would be a much better show if the actors had better material to work with, because I actually do like the actors and the characters that they play, but I don't think the material that they're being given matches their talent level.
well, that's kind of goes to what I was saying before, because I felt like their comedic timing seemed really off. And some of like the jokes and things that they did, it just they didn't land like they should. Like, when you see comedians do certain jokes when they're interacting with each other, there's a way it's supposed to land, and it just seemed dry, and it's like just became uneventful. It's almost like passing, and if you're not into comedy, you would miss it. But anyway, that's just me.
So I would say this, and Rod, we come from similar backgrounds. A show like Abbott Elementary is funny, but it's not realistic.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. That's like asking a cop watching a police show, did they think it was, if they thought it was real or whatever, or watching a doctor watching or a doctor watching like ER or Chicago Hope or something like that.
I will
saying,
say this though, Abbott Elementary, about 30% of that stuff is spot on.
yeah.
About
30%.
30%. Yeah, it's a strong 30.
So there's a whole other 70 that's just like, what the fuck are you doing? And it's literally for TV. So I can appreciate the fact that you are a comic shop owner, have been a comic shop owner for God knows how long, and you look at that like, what the fuck are they talking about? But I also get the fact that you find it not as funny as it could be, right? You just saw the one episode. You just saw the first episode?
Oh no, I watched all three. I watched all three right before. That's why I was late logging in.
So did you see the improvement? Maybe. No. Okay.
the third episode was the whole thing about the guy not really dating the girl, but then let the girl come in and live with him, and she's using his key to break into the shop. And that whole episode was just like, that seems like it's just a complete waste of time. And you knew who the person was in the very beginning who was responsible for the whole thing. And I'm just like, okay, I don't know. He might be a comic book nerd, but comic book nerds can still pull women. Okay.
Shit.
Absolutely.
That freaking awkward. All right.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's there's not a whole bunch of black guys around here acting and being like Urkel. Okay.
They're feeding into that stereotype.
Yeah, and like I said, and that stereotype doesn't exist. It's like when I was in high school, yes, we played chess. I was on the Model UN. I was editor of the school paper. I still played sports. I still went to the dances, you know.
And you still pulled them bitches.
We don't love them hoes.
All right, you know, so just for them being that awkward, and no, it doesn't need to be like that.
Right.
Okay.
You know, I'll put it out here right now. If someone wants to come and film something in my shop that they think could be better written than the comic shop, come on in. I'll let you do it.
Oh, shit. All right. Don't tease me with a good time. I'll write some shit, and I'll have DJ help me out. Okay. I personally, I can say that between episode 1 and episode 3, I could see the improvement, how they may have gotten a little bit more comfortable in what they were trying to present. I am with you in terms of the awkwardness of it, and then playing into stereotypes. I don't think that was cool, but I mean, you gotta do something. I mean, so okay, what do you think about the main character?
Cheyenne.
Yeah, I'm about to probably get canceled or something, but the main character being a black queer woman, I thought that was an interesting twist to it, I guess.
I mean, the whole thing and stuff with like I got annoyed every time she's dealing with her on and on, off again ex-girlfriend.
That got on your nerves.
Yes, with them up in each other's face and everything. And I'm just like, no. And it's like, I wasn't even feeling that they were like, had a love-hate. There was no sexual tension. And they tried to give them lines trying to make it seem like there was sexual tension between the two, but it didn't work whatsoever. To me,
it seemed like goofy.
And that goes to my point.
The second episode was the best.
Okay. And that was Rat City.
That was the one with her mother coming. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I thought her mother was awesome. Her mother delivered those lines the way a mother would deliver those lines.
Okay.
You know,
disapproving African mother.
Right.
And then, like I said, the first thing was really bad. It's like, okay, you know, it would have been cool if the first episode, it was supposed to be, okay, free comic book day. Where was the free comic book day display? There was no free comic. How are you going to have free comic book day and no free comic book day display? And then they showed the line of people waiting to get into the store. Oh, y'all could have pulled some more people off the street to actually make it seem like it was really a free comic book day. All right, those people hanging outside to get to your store, that was not even worth it.
Tony said, "Where's the realism?
God damn,
Where's the
Tony.
realism?"
Tony, you look at this shit like, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong.
He said, "Where's the realism?"
Nobody would say that. They shouldn't be talking to each other. Like, God damn.
No, where's the table with the free comic books? Okay, or the display with the free comic books.
So
All
basically,
you do
Tony,
is free comic book day, and they had some creator coming in, and I'm just like, okay, I know you guys just started, and you guys did a Kickstarter to get this going, but somebody actually had to know a real comic creator and get them to come in and do the signing. You know what? Those are the steps I would have taken.
Well, Mark Bernardin was in episode 2. He could have been that guy.
Yeah.
and Tony was unimpressed.
But didn't you guys say there was guest stars that was wanting to come onto the show pretty soon or something?
Well,
like that?
Kevin Smith has said that I saw an interview where he was like, he thought it was hilarious, he loved it, and he wants to guest star next season.
And if they're smart, they'll let him write the episode. Matter of fact, he needs to write it and direct it and star it.
God damn.
Okay. All right. Does anybody want to question his writing and directing ability?
No.
Oh.
Kevin Smith?
No.
No,
Yes.
not at
No.
all.
Mm-mm.
No.
Uh,
Okay.
That Green Arrow was a little shaky though. But no.
Yeah.
I liked his run on Green Arrow. I ain't gonna lie.
But only Kevin Smith and Frank Miller have done great Daredevils.
Correct.
Okay. I like that that villain he created. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce his name. Whatever. The villain only speaks in sound effects.
Onomatopoeia.
That exactly. Onomatopoeia. Is that how that's how it's pronounced for it?
Onomatopoeia, yeah.
Onomatopoeia. All right. So now I can say it. Onomatopoeia. I just like the way that word sounds. Okay, well, Tony, thank you for thoroughly dissecting the comic shop. New episodes come out on Fridays on YouTube.
If you still want to watch that shit after he got done with it.
Right.
But I would say yes, I hate that I agree with a lot of what you said. I guess
I
I'm
will
willing
watch.
to give it. I'm willing to give it a little more leeway because I know that she's independent. Cheyenne wrote this, created this, raised the money for it herself. So I'm just hoping that it gets better because so Tony, you will say that it's there. The foundation for a great show is there.
Well, yeah, I mean, you saw me. I praised the acting and the actors the whole time.
Okay.
I just don't feel that they are being given the material that's necessary. That's why I said if Kevin Smith is going to make a guest appearance, let him write, let him direct, and I'm willing to bet that episode is going to be awesome.
I would love to see what he could do with those characters in that situation. That would be spectacular. Well, it's 9:29, and I'm sure Mel's gonna start playing that whack ass music. Uncle Percy, what you got for us out the door?
Nothing this week.
Okay, all right. Uncle Rod, what you got for us out the door?
WrestlePalooza this weekend, as well as AEW All Out in Canada. If you
Nice.
are a wrestling fan, check it out. You get it
Nice.
for free if you're if you got the ESPN app. If you're
Ooh,
hooray!
hooray!
You get the WWE event for free. All Out is $39.99.
Nice. Uncle Tony.
Again, I'll just repeat for everybody. We've got Batman Day coming up on the 20th. So hit up your local comic shop. And local comic shop day is going to be the 27th. And if you want, just buy everything at challengesgames.com. All these books that I showed you today are on our website. We can
Nice.
ship them to you.
Nice. Auntie Nicole, you got anything?
Be safe, everybody.
All right. So,
Put
Uncle
it in your
DJ.
mouth.
Right.
Stay away
Cover your
from those.
Uncle DJ, we hope everything's cool. We miss you. Cousin Amayu, safe travels. We'll see you soon. For Uncle John, Uncle Percy, Uncle Rod, Uncle Tony, and Auntie Nicole, this is Grumpy Old Nerds. We'll see you next time. Night.